Hello and welcome. So I'm playing Heavy Rain on the hardest possible difficulty. Yeah, we're going to attempt all the challenges and objectives. So start my commentary when I get into the game. Okay, so here we are. So this is our post commentary for the game. Still having a lot of challenges trying to commentate while also playing because this takes lots of attempts. So it's really weird trying to repeat yourself, and also when you think of something new, it's so hard to commentate about everything you're thinking. Like sometimes you're just thinking, if I fail, I can try something else. Like, do I commentate that or I just keep quiet? But so far, I've just decided to stay quiet and do a post commentary of what I was thinking during that time. I think it's a talent seeing other YouTubers like Vulcan HD Gaming who can commentate and play while also reading live chat. Like that's a talent for sure that I don't have. I can barely even concentrate on the game. Sometimes I start daydreaming about other things, and then just imagine how hard it is to commentate while also playing, let alone have a conversation with other people. So anyway, this first sniper is always guaranteed to be there, and they just deploy those guys that are inside the vehicle just so that the sniper, if he shoots one bullet, he can shoot at my infantry instead of the vehicles, because I'll need them to move around. Okay, if you get there and there's nothing, usually when you're by that road, you'll see a sniper if there's a sniper inside there. So this part is a bit RNG, just waiting for them to start telling you to send supplies. I usually like to target supplies of like 10,000 each group before I can start focusing on other things or supplying other vehicles and things like that. So I'm shocked that I managed to complete this very quickly. So far, I've been getting good luck with the missions. It's either that or I'm getting really good at the game. I can't even tell because most of the missions, this challenge mission where I complete all challenges and objectives. Oh, and I also forgot even to mention what the challenges and objectives for this mission is. So one of the gold objectives is to always forget when I'm trying to talk about it. So let me check a screenshot. Do always take. Okay, so the goal is not to lose a single unit with the Iskander missile. So this also includes the cruise missiles. They start off with ballistic missiles and then go to cruise missiles. So I tested and it counts also for the cruise missile. So I want not letting any patriots go under 25%. So on the right side you can see keep the patriots applied. If it goes below 4 out of 16, you fail the silver medal. The bronze is eliminate an Iskander with 1v1 ballistic missiles, which is easy because there's one ballistic missile that doesn't move, or two. In fact, in order to accomplish this mission, I destroyed a lot of the ballistic missiles. because they fire so many at a time, it's so hard to maneuver close to them. Because if they attempt to just fire two, they fire so in so many random angles that they always get you. So you need to treat them and reduce their numbers if you want a chance to get close. So I'll be doing a lot of baiting and then moving back and seeing the positions, seeing the Iskanders that don't move, and trying to destroy those ones. Okay, and also for the secondary search all potential observer positions. It's funny that somehow that's a mission that I've failed a lot of times, because you just take it for granted how easy it is to search, that you forget somehow your vehicles pass through the road without detecting that position. And yeah, it's really funny. But anyway, yeah, so the order of troops that I'm taking out are all pre-planned, of course. Also lots of testing. Of course, I could do better in micromanaging everything. I'm sure you can see some strategies of doing this a bit quicker than I'm doing it right now. So yeah, there's 8 gems in this building that I'll be motoring. So these ones will really affect my movement and also fighting the enemy vehicles. So we need those 8 gems destroyed first. And at this point, I'm not checking the location of the Iskander missiles. They said there's one or two that are usually static, don't move around. Of course, it's a random starting location, because this game loves RNG a lot. So like they're like 7 or 8, and 2 will be static, and like 2 or 3 will follow a certain pattern that we can master, and then the rest will just be completely random, like the remaining 2 or 1 will be extremely random. You won't even be able to predict. So I just know a volley of these 4 mortars kills any ATGM. So even when I'm not checking, I just know firing the mortars with the amount of the firing mode set to the second one, not the max. You get the job done. And where I'm placing the supplies is where my own PRSMs or ballistic missiles will be able to target all the Iskanders of the first group and the second group. So that's also another thing to note, where I'm placing the supplies for these vehicles. So they'll be sharing for a bit, and then eventually I'll put some supplies a bit forward, like a forward operating base, and the PRSMs will have their own personal supplies, because they take a lot of supplies, more than any vehicle. So believe it or not, this is also the first time I'm attempting this route the way I'm going right now, to try and, because I want those the ATGMs firing at me, and then it unlocks the PRSMs once you get this dialogue. You can see it now marked. So maybe this isn't the best idea. Usually I only send one tank to this side and keep all the rest of the vehicles on the right side. And also I've noticed when you look at those ballistic missiles, for some reason you have less chance of being hit. Okay, I can send those guys home since I'm done using them. They've already done their job, killed the gems. I'll need them later on, but by that time we'll have enough points to call them back again. One thing I don't like about this game is how inaccurate the tanks are. I'm airing the ballistic missiles and hoping you can see me moving rapidly, and since the tanks were already moving, I'm not worried that they'll get hit. One has landed, one hasn't. Yeah, one has landed, but luckily moved out the way. Yeah, that's something you have to remember, and that's the hardest part of this mission, remembering the PRSMs. I mean, remembering the ballistic missiles, because there's that mission you can't lose any units. The gold medal. Honestly, if you are going for only gold or only silver, it's very easy, this challenge. When you combine all of them now, that's why it becomes a problem. Okay, got unlucky there. And you can also get unlucky and the PRSM fires at that tank. And for some reason your air defense doesn't do a good enough job. You can see they're already targeting the tank. But my air defense worked because I was looking at it. If you don't look up, there's the chance it lands. And they'll tell you when you're not in range of the air defense.
Let the ballistic missiles duel begin.
Maybe it's superstition or maybe it's a tactic to remember. Yeah, I'm sure if you're watching this, you can see better ways and strategies. And obvious quick note is not try and pass through the left side. It looks like the fastest way to get to the Iskander missile, but the right side has less opposition. Obviously, it takes longer, but
Incoming ballistic missiles! Watch out!
at least we know 2000 points is enough for all the supplies. So what I'm doing now is just waiting for more supplies. Don't know why they are very stingy with supplies in this mission. I need all the units that I want to buy, and also we need to constantly be resupplying, and I know it takes 400, around 400 points to get all the units you need. I've already bought my PRSM, so I should start now unlocking the seed missiles. In order to unlock, you need to fire one PRSM towards the ballistic mission direction. They'll intercept it with the air defense, and then you'll be given the seed missiles, the seed planes. So that's something I'll do.
Ballistic missiles incoming!
Okay. So something to micro, if you're very good at microing, you can be keeping an eye on that position that you're firing the whole time, and you'll see a pattern emerge. This certain, like 2 units don't move, 2 units move at a certain sequence, and then the rest are completely random. Like I know the one in the central forward is usually static. The one to the far left is the one that follows a certain pattern, and the one to the far back left also follows a certain pattern that you can master. But I guess we will see in this video. I eliminated most of the Iskanders with my PRSMs. This was also my most successful run since I managed to see a pattern emerge. It was awesome. Okay, now I have 10,000 on that Patriots. Now I can focus on looking at this. So that the first one I've marked is what I was talking about is usually always constant, and the complete left follows a certain pattern. And the one with the back there is it's a bit random. And then on the one on the right, they don't have any pattern. You'll have to guess. But they're all inside that zone. So here you'll see 2 air defenses since I've had 2 at the same time. Sometimes they're stuck together, sometimes they're separated.
Air defense setup. Hitting the enemy
But the purpose of the firing and that was just to identify that. You get this dialogue and get the seed, and then once you rearm, now you can start attempting to target the units. So the best strategy is not to fire all at one position. Even if you know it's a guaranteed, you fire a potential area that they can move to. Yes, I begin my first push. So the right side will say it's very limited the amount of attacks. And here I know exactly there's only one enemy that is a problem, which is a tank. And also now I'm really focused on marking the movement. Now you can see a pattern emerge on the left side. He's moved from the complete left to just a bit. And yeah, I don't know why I was moving there. And I already know there's 8 gems there. In fact, if it wasn't for the mortars at the start taking out the artillery, could have been even worse. Because they stack up like 5 or 6 8 gems there. They instantly kill any vehicle they fire at. Okay, unfortunately, these markers disappear a lot, so that's why you can see me refreshing. I'm just trying to hide. Yes, so first target and then call in 8. So you can see a clockwise movement on the left side.
ballistic missiles incoming.
Behind, it's moved very drastically. You can see my mark isn't even close. And on the right side, they move completely random. Can't even guess. Okay, so while the PRSMs are firing,
I'm afraid seed planes alone won't
send
be
these
enough to
guys.
defense. You'll have to combine both seed and ballistic missiles to pass through.
So I think it was the third mission and second mission they told us about seeding. So my best strategy was going high altitude and then low altitude, changing the trajectory of how they fire the seed missiles,
You're exiting the interception
so that those guns can't intercept both low ground and high ground.
count on your mobility.
But in this case, since my PRSMs are already fired, I knew there's no chance of them intercepting my seed, and plus also I had fired the PRSM at the location of their defense. So I'm sure you may be seeing ways you can make this a bit faster. So that move I was doing on the right was just to identify the units while I fire directly at them, because I know they'll know I'm there once enemies start targeting me. And
Another volley of
the troops I
ballistic
was trying to fire at mostly disappeared. I mean, mostly were intercepted. So only the air defense was killed. Can also only place maximum of 5. Someone put more than 5 of these points start disappearing. Okay, now I have enough points for supplies. Then I'll need an extra supplies for just a bit forward. And also I need the Stinger troops, the Avengers. For helicopters, helicopters will be a problem later on the right side. Of course, they appear in any side, so that's where the right side is better since it's more open. It's easier for the Stingers to fire in an open area. Yeah, and something I'll just keep on mentioning is I'm sure you can find quicker strategies once you see how I've succeeded. I'm sure you can guess.
incoming ballistic missiles. Watch out!
Okay, and on the left, already identified. Yeah, so you can see me on the left. I'm placing where I think they will shoot from next. I'm just checking to see if those markers, if I've guessed a pattern or if I was just. And also at this point I didn't know on the right side they're completely random, so let me try attempt on the right side. What I can recommend is on the middle and left is what you target, and then on the right side you can target maybe later on when they move to the second position or once your tanks get close. Yeah, so that one on the center didn't move, that was static, so got that easily. And on the left side I had not yet gotten the pattern perfectly, so yeah, now I've seen the position. So the left side has 3 positions it can move,
Ballistic missiles incoming!
where I fired first to the far left corner, a bit to the right, and then a bit forward. You know, I have points for calling in all the mortars and all the anti-helicopters, and also I need supplies for the forward positions. But I decide to just top up and keep them at 10,000. And also the position I have the tank there is a good range in intercepting, so even if they identify my position, it will be very hard for them to target me. Once I know the successful route, it's really funny just seeing how obvious it looks, how to destroy some of these Iskander. Okay,
Another volley of ballistic missiles!
so you can see me guess where the next position will be on the left side. I've already identified that it's a bit random. Also on the right side, I'm trying to guess the position. But on the right side, it's extremely hard to guess. They go a huge distance. Once I kill the ones on the left and back and focused on the right side, that's when I noticed how much of a distance they move and make it. Shouldn't have had two at one position there on the left. Should have gone to the location I assumed it will be. Yeah, it was too much to the left.
Incoming ballistic missiles! Watch out!
Okay. So now it's four remaining, so it's so much easier. Intercept. Now I'm guessing where it will go next. And you can see the difference on the right side. They've moved a huge distance. I've gone all the way back. But also remember, it's so much easier to think when you're not in there playing, because you have to think about so many things, about pushing forward, getting all the units. It's funny how sometimes I forgot my stingers. Then sometimes I forgot my mortars, and the TGMs became a problem.
Ballistic missiles incoming!
Okay, now I can see the movement. No pattern on the right side, they are going too random. On the left side, there's a pattern. It takes a while for me to notice the pattern. Also, there's a pattern on the back line left side. But the two on the right have no pattern. Okay, now I'm trying to identify all the locations. Yeah, you can see I had guessed right and was too late. The back left and the middle left for all perfect. But on the right side, you can see I wasn't even close. They're too random. So maybe if I had fired a bit earlier. But at least I was confident now that I've seen a pattern. Okay, and I guessed perfectly. I knew the next position on the left, but on the back left, wait and see where it fires. It was just slightly behind, to the side. I was thinking about doing a gun run right now. I don't know if, yeah, so, and I attempted it. Especially on the right side, since I wasn't noticing any pattern on the right side. I just was curious if I did a gun run, if it will maybe make a sound like I'm hitting it. And you can see I've placed the mark on the left back side, exactly where I had guessed perfectly. It's where it fired. But on the right side, it's not even close. And even from the markers. And also the missiles landing, you can see they fired completely from an area where there's no missile that landed previously. On the back right, the two on the right. So even I think they on the right side the game cheats and sees where you're aiming at and moves completely away from that position. I don't know why in my head I was thinking maybe I'll hear a sound of metal being shot like it's realistic or something. But even in real sense, you won't hear a tank being shot. The sound of the gun hitting, and at least in realism, if a plane was flying above it, we could have easily seen the Iskanders. Yeah, fires in a completely new position on the right side.
Ballistic missiles incoming!
On the center back, it has a pattern. Yeah, this took too long for me to identify. That was the air defense hitting that area. They just don't fire randomly at that. Okay, so I go to the position they fired. Try and guess on the right side. Meanwhile, this guy can kill it jam there. And then some helicopters show up firing the mortars sometimes, but sometimes they don't. That's something to remember. And you can see how I've spread them apart so that it's easy to maneuver. Boom, we got the back left since it has a pattern. On the right, spoiler alert, I'll miss all of all of them.
Another volley of ballistic missiles!
Completely new position for the fired at. You can see it's just slightly above, and on the complete right, it's a new position. And it's funny once you realize how easy this mission is. Wait till you see just how easy it can be to complete this mission in so much less time. Especially once the ATGM is destroyed, you don't even need to go to the direction I'm moving at. I'm trying to kill certain units that hide in that forest that will be coming to, but it's unnecessary. See, you can just move to the far corner on the right side. There's nothing stopping you except for that ATGM, and you just carry your Avengers, and you'll be fine.
Incoming ballistic missiles!
Okay, I assume they're already targeting the warrant. Well, checking my own while I'm fighting here. Yeah, bring in second group. Completely missed everything. So you won't even be able to get to the Iskanders and kill them unless you appear on the left side, because they'll escape on the left side. But the left side, it's a huge battle. So hard to get past those. You'll need infantry, and now it's a mess trying to fight with infantry and trying to escape the Iskander missiles with infantry. And remember, the goal is not to lose any unit. Not in other missions, it's not lose any vehicle, so you can lose infantry. But in this one, it's not lose any unit, so even infantry counts. And now that's too much of a hassle trying to run away.
Missiles incoming!
So if you are attempting to just do this by yourself and accomplish this mission, you'll soon see what the best strategy is for this part. You don't even need to engage the enemies that are fighting right there. You just kill the 8 gems since the AI cheats and has perfect recon. So 8 gems always will see you. And you can see I'm unnecessarily being shot by that 8 gem because I'm moving to a direction I don't even need to be moving towards. Now I have to try and destroy it. And then I'm also thinking about the ballistic missiles. But I think luckily I was too close.
Another volley of ballistic missiles.
That was an automatic smoke. I wasn't the one who pressed it. That was lucky. Could have lost units unnecessarily. So I was still trying to follow my first strategy before I figured out that I don't even need to fight this unit and there's nothing on the complete right side. And honestly, maybe even the TM won't hit you if you just stick to the right side completely. And since I have my Avengers there with the Stinger missiles, the helicopters haven't showed up yet. Okay, I think this is where I get the idea. Not yet.
Incoming ballistic missiles. Watch out!
Certain point I get the idea. Do I rearm completely and then I was moving so slow. It's so so easy just commenting about myself when I'm watching. But I know how hard it is when you're actually playing. Because you're thinking about so many things, like now I'm also thinking why the helicopters haven't showed up yet and have the perfect ambush there. Plus, I'm keep trying to remind myself to keep checking the Iskander locations, trying to see if I can kill them. Who knows, maybe you can even guess right on the right side, but I haven't seen any. Even when you see like there's a pattern emerging, when you fire the pattern, it's still changed completely. So it's impossible.
Ballistic missiles incoming.
Also, the position of set the supplies is a position in which I felt most safe. It's the rarest position of getting hit by the Iskanders. Sometimes they just randomly fire there, but it's very rare. But if you move a bit too forward, they just automatically know where you are, even if you're not firing at anything.
MLRS ready to fire. MLRS ready. Send fire mission. Heavy cav ready to rumble. Heavy cavalry ready for action. Driving to coordinates. Moving there now. M1 Abrams ready for action. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes. Humvee here. Already there.
Okay, now I decide to move to the helicopter spawn. I'm sure the closer I'm at the spawn, and I'm also I'm not sure yet at this point if there's enemies.
Another volley of ballistic missiles.
Moving out.
Yeah, so here I'm seeing a certain pattern, but wait and see what will happen when I fire. I'm also trying to guess where they can randomly fire at, because they move at such a huge distance, and also haven't supplied the PRSMs yet.
Roger. We're on the move.
Okay. This Avengers Stinger
Next waypoint.
missiles are the one that made me even realize that there is no enemies on this right side. I was just waiting to see someone shoot at me so I can smoke and move back, and then that's when I realized I didn't even need to move this direction. But I still somehow moved too much to the left. You should have just followed the Avengers.
Copy that. Looking for targets.
And once when you're on that runway and they fire their weapons, since you have the recon, you immediately detect all the these kind of batteries and they run away. There's some who know that you are there, they decide to run away. Yeah, so the guess, one of the guesses there was a bit right. So yeah, on this side I'm too much to the left, unnecessarily to the left. Honestly, at this point you can just fire at the location you're seeing on these enemies at. The green houses and this one building is where the enemies are at, and you can move freely instead of wasting time trying to kill those Iskandars on the right side.
Troop transport reporting in. Already there.
And somehow the helicopters have shot up behind me, but luckily they don't move, push forward and kill my units. They'll be set to a certain point.
Heavy cav in combat.
Don't know how they sneak through. And these Avengers have the infrared recon, so even if they're out of range, you should at least be able to see them. And you can see the spawn point of the helicopters on the right side, so don't know how they could have sneaked through. Now finally supplies for those.
Enemies hot on our trail.
And this is where I finally realized, you can see once I identify this, and also realize how I damaged one of them. So I was a bit close, so maybe you have a chance, but at the same time, maybe not.
Heavy cav is on the field.
And yeah, I've learned my lesson trying to chase after them.
Driver, move.
There's lots and lots of units hiding in forests. And then like the AI, your units can't see through trees and things like that. My units don't have perfect vision, even though I have so many recon units. The AI just completely cheats.
Air defense ready for action.
The mission now is to run away from there. I'm also remembering the helicopters are behind me, so the Avengers are priority. Getting behind.
Reverse.
And the AI knows how to target the weakest enemies. If we could continue moving the tanks forward, those helicopters wouldn't be continuing that patrol. They would have rushed for those tanks.
Heavy armor is ready to rumble.
But now that these Avengers
Let's run them over.
will somehow
Cruise missiles coming your way, Commander.
try running away.
Heavy cav.
But luckily it's four of them. They can't escape. I wish you had
Fighting vehicle standing by.
enough points to call out four of the Avengers in a game. Maybe that's a strategy I should use.
Eliminated as well, Commander.
Ready to go. Moving to shooting position.
But the issue with doing that in multiplayer is when you lose your units,
Fire director.
just one bomb can devastate a lot of
Here. At your command.
your units. So maybe that's why it's a bad idea.
Good copy. Next waypoint received. Heavy cav. Ready to roll. Target designator. Here. Fast landing assistance.
And also something to notice, the Iskanders are being marked where they're moving. So that's maybe something you can attempt to
They're increasing the pressure with seaplanes.
predict where they'll
Try
be
to chase them
moving.
off with your own planes, Commander, but we need additional
So now they're moving to the
protection
second
from Patriots.
position. Now they have also cruise missiles.
Counter-rocket systems around the Patriots.
And I've already
You
marked
can
where
call
the
in
air
some of them
defense
as well to
is.
protect your forces,
And
Commander.
the air defense doesn't move, so
Cruise missiles incoming! We also need to improve our logistics. Hemp trucks have been received. Their much larger
okay.
payload capacity should ease the logistics burden.
Just one missile is enough to destroy that. Since they're stuck together, there's cruise missiles.
Turning to new heading. New heading set. Heavy transport here, send traffic. 99, mission accomplished. Landscape designers at your command. Jammer plane standing by.
This seed is very easy to kill. You don't even need to intercept. Since it's the actual air defense, it isn't the Tunguska with the gun, which can also intercept with the gun. So
Time to bug out.
it's extremely easier to kill
Falcon, mission ready.
the actual air defense with the seed missiles than
I got my ears on, go ahead.
anything else. Now I'm bringing in the Centurion Serum because they are sending in seed missiles. This is also another strategy that I was thinking about trying in multiplayer, having a stack of 4 serums, because you consistently manage to intercept all the seed missiles. But of course it's only one plane, so that's another question I'm wondering. Stack of 4 planes, how well will they do? Maybe I should do a test in in the scenarios, the custom scenarios.
Get that engine ready. Fire director, standing by. Armor transport, ready.
And honestly, it's impossible to maybe do this in multiplayer because of the amount of supply. You can see this mission has taken a bit of time. Like right now, it's at 48 minutes, which is more than the time given in multiplayer. So
Already there.
maybe we'll have, but at the same time, I have 3,000 points. So.
Next waypoint received. Bradley fighting vehicle at your command, sir. Armor
And also, I have 3,000 points because I haven't been losing units. If I lost units, it would have been a different story. Yeah, you can see we are seeing the movement. I'm just waiting to see them stop. They know where to fire. It's funny, this is also the first time I noticed that this marker follows them completely up to a certain point and then it disappears when they stop. Boom, and then now I know the location. Yeah, look at that, how we intercepted it very easily. But in multiplayer, they'll already be firing artillery at that position.
at your command. We unleash hell, sir.
And now there's units in that building.
That makes 6 ballistic missile launchers destroyed.
Yeah, and that's how we completed it. We didn't even need to move.
Counselor Miller, all the Iskanders
I thought I needed to push forward,
accomplished.
but
Good.
it was unnecessary.
Threat over Europe out of the way. Let's see how the situation develops.
I was shocked that I managed to complete this mission. There's always a twist and turn with this mission. Something too much RNG. And yeah, that's what it took. KD of 60. Yeah, and all the it just feels good seeing all the green mission objectives. Yeah, and I'm also glad the amount of time it's taking. Like I preloaded on Sunday, and today is Wednesday, and I'm already getting a video on this challenge, most difficult challenge in the game. So that's exciting. Guess we'll see if the next mission will be also taking less time, but hopefully you enjoyed watching and hope to see you in the next mission.